So, my straight up draft, I took Will Campbell at 4. It's a good conversation. I don't think that there's a wrong answer. Do you want to go with the guy who's an outlier because of some physical limitations, but is still like a freak athlete? Or do you go with the guy who has the physical tools, but you're asking him to change positions? Now, this is the argument to trade down, I suppose, if you can find a candidate, is the sample size of guys who have been successful, like at a high level in either of those categories at left tackle is not, neither list is long. Next, at 38, I took Jalen Noel. This is a guy who can stretch the field up the seam, from the slot. He can take the top off from the slot in a similar manner to like what Chris Hogan used to do, but he'll be able to do it at a much higher level, presumably.
Yeah.
And also, just running the short and intermediate routes, but you have to respect the fact that he can go deep on you as well. And I think with McDaniels and his use of the slot over the years, he fits. So now I'm going down to 69, and I took Ozzie Trapillo, tackle, Boston College. He figures to be more of a right tackle. So there's your right tackle of the future. This is an investment in your starting quarterback going forward. I had 77, and the Houston Texans called and offered me 79 and 166 for 77 and 2026 seventh rounder. I traded back 2 spots, and I ended up drafting Barrett Carter, the linebacker from Clemson. I think he kind of fits the mold of the linebacker that they're going for. He's rangy. He's a little bit smaller, but he's a good coverage guy who, when he gets downhill, also can provide some thump.
And a high character guy, high football IQ guy. Like that just sounds like the exact kind of player that Vrabel loves. A guy who loves the game and is a good person.
I had 106. I took Jack Sawyer, the edge from Ohio State. It just seems
dare I say he a dude.
It almost makes too much sense, I think. Yeah. So then jumping down to 144, I took our guy, Dylan Sampson, the running back from Tennessee. I don't think he's going to make it that far down. But some of these two is kind of representative of this is where they might be looking to draft that position as well. So if it isn't Dylan Sampson, maybe it's the kid from Central Florida or something like that.
RJ Harvey.
Yeah. 166, another guy who just feels like he's a Mike Vrabel kind of guy, captain, eye motor kind of guy. And I think he has the potential to be an underrated, like, a master of tackles. And that's Jack Kaiser, linebacker from Notre Dame. 171. We got to address a long-term interior line. So I took Jake Majors, the center out of Texas. I picked him because he's a little safer, but McLaughlin out of Ohio State, I'd also be cool with that around this range. Like, he's coming off of injury, but this is the kind of range where you can throw those darts, So this pick is more kind of representative of what I think they might do in this situation. Getting into my last picks here, 220, I took Curtis Rourke, quarterback from Indiana. He's got some physical tools and everything like that. But really what it comes down to is this team's not going to go into camp with 2 quarterbacks. Early on, McDaniels likes to have 4. So you burn a 7th round pick and you see what you have, and maybe he's a guy who you end up stashing on your practice squad or something like that, And then I took another running back at 238, Jaquavius Marks, who basically his job is to catch the ball out of the backfield. So just to review, Will Campbell at 4, Jalen Noel at 38, Ozzie Trapillo at 69, Barrett Carter at 79 after a trade, Jack Sawyer at 106, Dylan Sampson at 144, Jack Kaiser at 166, Jake Majors at 171, Curtis Rourke at 220, and Jaquavius Marks at 238.